Thousands of farmers were marching on New Delhi. They were asking for government relief from rising costs, but demonstrators were met with water cannons and tear gas.
Who will the farmers speak to about their issues? If we don't tell our government about our problems, then who do we tell? Do we go to Pakistan or Bangladesh? India is an independent country, and the farmers have the right to put forward their demands. There's a large population of farmers, and the government must listen.
India's farmers are among the worst affected by the nation's economic woes. On Friday, the central bank kept its benchmark rate at 6.5%. It was a surprise to many analysts. They were expecting a hike to support Asia's worst-performing currency.
The RBI's response to these unsettled conditions has been to ensure that the foreign exchange market remains liquid with no undue volatility. There is no target or band around any particular level of the exchange rate, which is determined by market forces of demand and supply.
The rupee reached a new record low on Friday. The currency is down 15% this year. That weakness adds to the pain of rising fuel costs. The country uses a lot of diesel, and prices are up 26% this year. More efficient farming has also led to better harvests. That's made crops like sugar, wheat, and soybean cheaper, eroding farmers' profits. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has slashed taxes on oil to ease the pain of rising costs. It's also allowed fuel sellers to borrow more dollars from overseas to help them cope with a weaker rupee. While consumers welcome the moves, analysts say India remains at the mercy of volatile financial markets.
Every currency of emerging market is beaten up against dollar. So rupee is one of them. Now, going forward, this can be arrested if there is a sharp correction in crude oil prices.
India's 260 million farmers were crucial to the landslide win of Modi in 2014. As he gets ready to seek a second term next year, the discontent on farms in India could be the seed of his undoing. Paolo Montecillo, TRT World.
Now, Prime Minister Modi was also busy this week hosting Russian President Vladimir Putin for the country's annual bilateral summit. India has been trying to strengthen energy and security ties with Moscow, while also balancing its alliance with the US. Neha Poonia reports from New Delhi.
After President Putin and Prime Minister Modi's bilateral meeting on Friday, 8 deals were signed during a televised news conference. These deals spoke of cooperation in various fields like space, civil nuclear energy, infrastructure support, railways, as well as investment. However, the most crucial agreement pertaining to India acquiring the S-400 surface-to-air missile system from Moscow was not publicly announced. This was confirmed through a written joint statement shared with the media hours after the bilateral engagement. Experts believe this deliberate downplaying of acquiring Russian defense assets was a deference to American concerns. Sources say that New Delhi is hoping that the United States will grant India a waiver under its new law whereby crippling sanctions are imposed on countries having military ties with Russia. New Delhi's defense of this deal has been that the negotiations for the S-400 missiles preceded the American sanctions and that this new weapon system is crucial to India's national security. India's Air Force believes these missiles will help the country counter China. Experts say containing Beijing ties in with the Trump administration's Indo-Pacific policy, so there may be grounds for a waiver. The US Embassy in New Delhi has remained non-committal. However, it says waivers will be considered on a case-by-case basis and that sanctions are not meant to punish allies. Apart from defense deals, Russia and India have also signed pacts to enhance civil nuclear cooperation, whereby Moscow will help India develop 6 additional nuclear power projects. Russia is currently the only foreign partner for nuclear reactors in India, with the first plant in the state of Tamil Nadu. India has also signed a deal for 2 million tons of fertilizers worth $1 billion delivered in the next 3 years. The two nations have also agreed to boost their bilateral trade by $30 billion by 2025.